Have you been thinking about buying a new construction home in Maryland? Well, you're in for a treat because in today's video, we are going to be talking about the top 10 things that you should know before buying a new construction property. Make sure that you stay tuned until the end because I have a tip for you that's going to save you potentially thousands of dollars. Thing to know when buying a new construction property in Maryland or elsewhere is that you get what you pay for. There are a plethora of builders in around the Baltimore metro region and Maryland in general, and prices range depending on what you're looking for. And so it's important to pick a builder where you like their finishes, you like the quality of their product, because some have lower price points, some have higher price points, and obviously there are reasons for that. All builders are required to use the same building codes that are statewide and jurisdiction specific, so that's a good thing. However, different builders have different materials, different styles, and so it's really important to do your due diligence, do your research, make sure that you're doing reviews of these builders, that you're looking at their model homes, you're going out to check them out, so that when you pick a community to build in, you have confidence in the product that you are getting in the end. The number 2 thing to think about when you are buying a new construction property is really drilling down on what you want. Do you want a fully customized home where you are picking everything from the flooring to the cabinetry to, custom wall features? Are you picking everything, or are you picking something that's in a new construction community where everything is kind of already stylized and picked out for you? It's important to know that fully customized homes usually take longer to build and could need additional architectural reviews and structural reviews if there are particular features that you are putting into the home that are different than the original plans. In the middle between something that is fully customized and something that's already ready to go and you don't have to pick anything is a semi-customized home, which is right in the middle. So there are going to be some features that are standard and then some things that you get to customize. So it kind of puts your own touch on something, but might not be as specific as picking out every single detail in the home. The number 3 thing to think about when you are buying a new construction property is your timeline. The time to move into a new construction home could be anything as little as 2 months if it's kind of on its way to being built and it's in its final stages, all the way up to 1 year or more if you're doing a fully customized home that's starting from the ground up. It's also important to understand that builder delays do happen. So the earlier you start, the better, to make sure that you have a realistic timeline of when you will be able to move into your home. The number 4 thing to think about when buying a new construction home is whether or not you have to sell the home that you are currently living in before you buy your new construction property. It's important to know that some builders do not accept offers on their homes that are contingent upon a home sale. So it's really important to know what their rules and regulations are in terms of your financial situation before making the moves and progressing to the point of approaching them to put an offer in on a new construction site or property. This leads right into the number 5 item to think about when buying a new construction home, and that's making sure that you talk to a lender regarding pre-approval. It's really important because in some cases, because you can't put a home sale contingency offer on a home, meaning that you can't have a home to sell before you buy sometimes with these new construction communities, it's important that you talk to a local lender to find out your financial picture. Can you afford to carry both homes until you're able to sell it? Do you need maybe to rent out your property? What are the options that you have? Working with a professional local lender is super important because they can let you know what your financial picture is, in what shape you are in to buy a new home, and whether or not it's necessary for you to sell your current home before you buy. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to click the subscribe button and to tap the bell for notifications so that you can be alerted whenever there is new content to the channel. My name is Persia. I'm a local Maryland real estate agent, and every day I get calls, texts, emails from people just like you who are making the transition to the Baltimore metro region, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, please feel free to reach out to me and to my team. We will be thrilled to help you. You can reach us via phone call, text message, email. We can set up a video call, and it would be our absolute pleasure to help you make a smooth transition to the Baltimore metro region. The number 6 thing to know when buying a new construction property is that builders often partner with lenders or have preferred lenders themselves. Sometimes these new construction communities will even offer you incentives, financial incentives, whether that's closing cost assistance or money off of some, housing features or customizations, but they will offer you incentives for using their preferred lender. As a buyer, it is 100% your choice who you choose as a lender, whether it's a preferred local lender that your real estate agent recommends, or whether it is with the builder because you are curious about these incentives. What's most important is checking the numbers. Make sure that you are comparing what the two lenders are giving you to make sure if the incentives that the builder is offering is worth it. The things to think about when you're comparing these numbers are what your interest rate is, the amount of cash that you need to close, and sometimes when you look at things a little bit closer, the fees are higher with these lenders that are preferred by the builder. There are more kind of hidden costs, and so even though you're getting some incentives on the back end, it might not be the most financially smart idea to go with their preferred lender, which is why it's always important to compare, contrast, and to do your homework. Number 7 on the list of things to know when buying a new construction property is the importance of hiring a buyer's agent when you are in the process of purchasing a new construction property. Hiring a buyer's agent is super important because you need somebody who is looking out for your best interest. Obviously, the builder is going to do whatever is in their best interest and what makes financial sense for them. And so oftentimes, even though it's new construction, you need an advocate. You need somebody who is making sure that all of the timelines are being adhered to, that the process is happening. If there are any delays, if there are any discrepancies in the builds, that you have somebody who is working on your behalf. There's this myth that you will save money in the long run if you do not hire a buyer's agent and you just work with the builder. That's not true at all. Number 1, you could actually end up paying more money if you don't have somebody looking out for your best interest. And just like in buying a resale home, builders offer compensation to buyer's agents. So in many cases, it's not the buyer who has to foot the bill for paying for their representation. So make sure that you talk to somebody, that you have representation when you're going through this process, because it's expensive, it's lengthy, it's complicated, and you want to make sure that you have somebody who's looking out for you. Number 8 on the list of things you need to know when buying a new construction home is the importance of inspections. Please, please, please do not think that just because you are buying new construction that it's perfect and there is never going to be anything wrong. There are a couple of inspections that are important when it comes to new construction, and the first is the pre-drywall inspection. This inspection is important because it's before the drywall goes up and you can still have access to all the guts of the house. So the plumbing, the electrical, the studs, the roof. You can choose an inspector of your choosing. I have lots of recommendations to go out to make sure that all of the things are where they're supposed to be, that they're functioning before the drywall goes up. Then you'll also have a final inspection about 2 weeks prior to closing, which is when you do your walkthrough with the builder, where you are able to have an inspector of your choosing there to, again, make sure that there are no issues, that all of the structural and mechanical functions of the home are operating as they should be. If there are any issues during either of these inspections, you are able to directly ask for repairs from the builder and they will take care of them. So that's why it's so important not to assume that everything is going to be perfect and to make sure that you get an inspection so that if in the occurrence there are any issues, you have the ability to ask them to be addressed. The number 9 thing to know when buying a new construction property is about the blue tape inspection. And this is literally what it sounds like. There are going to be, even after the inspections, there are going to be bumps and scrapes and nicks. That's just kind of a part of a new construction home. So we literally go through the property with blue tape and we mark off any items that need to be addressed prior to you moving in so that you can get the most pristine product possible. You're buying new construction, so you want it to look perfect, right? And the blue tape inspection is the opportunity to do that. The number 10 thing to know when buying a new construction property is about your closing date. So when cabinets go up, drywall goes up, those finishing touches on a home are going up, you should have a good idea 30 to 60 days out about when your closing date is going to happen. The good thing about new construction properties is they have great ideas as to when the house will be closing, when they're that close to the end of construction. So it's not like sometimes with resales where the closing date can sometimes be a moving target depending on what's going on. Those dates tend to be pretty firm and you'll have a good idea about when you'll be getting the keys to your new construction home. Yay, you did it! Now, before we go, it's important for me to let you know a little bit of a tip about new construction property that can save you lots of money and actually earn you a lot of money in equity. The tip is to buy a new construction property when they are first released, meaning when the community is brand new and when properties are first going on the market or first being built in that community. The reason for that is as developments grow and as more homes are being built in that community, prices tend to go up and up and up and up. So if you are in a new construction community when it is first released, first being built, where the properties are first being sold, then you have a better opportunity to gain equity, to earn more money than people who are buying later in the construction phase. So that's an important tip to keep in mind and a way to earn more equity. Well, there you have it. 10 things to think about when buying a new construction property in Maryland. I hope that you found this information helpful. If you are thinking about buying a new construction property in the Baltimore metro region, anywhere in Maryland, or if you are thinking about buying resale, buying, selling, anything involving real estate, please reach out to me and my team. We would be thrilled to help you. You can reach us via email, phone call, text message. We can set up a video call, and it would be our absolute pleasure to help you make the transition to the Baltimore metro region. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.